Today we will learn increasing and decreasing functions. If I is an open real valued interval, then the function f is increasing from the interval I if x1 is less than x2. It implies that fx1 is less than or equals to fx2, which means that for any value of x1 less than x2 in that interval, the value of the function at x1 is less than or equal to fx2. This is quite general definition because the value of the function has simply increased. F is said to be strictly increasing for the same condition if fx1 is less than fx2 for all values of x1 and x2 belonging to that interval. The function f is decreasing on interval I if x1 less than x2 implies that fx1 is greater than or equal to fx2, means the value of function for a smaller value is larger than the value of the function at larger value. So simply the value of the function is decreasing, and f is said to be strictly decreasing if fx1 is exactly less than fx2 for all values of x1 x2 belonging to that interval. Now there is a theorem for the increasing and decreasing function that f function f is increasing in a closed interval AB if the derivative of the function, that is f dash x or f prime x, is greater than 0 for all values of x belonging to that open interval AB. F is decreasing in the closed interval AB if derivative of fx is negative, is less than 0 for all values of x belonging to open interval AB. Function f is constant, means it is neither increasing nor decreasing if the derivative of the function is equals to 0 in the open interval AB. Let's take a few examples to check some of the functions, to check if the functions are increasing or decreasing, and learn a few techniques of applying this mathematically. Example is the function equal to log 1 plus x, log has base e, minus 2x over 1 plus 2 plus x. The function may be represented as well ln of 1 plus x minus 2x over 2 plus x. Let's test the behavior of its derivative. The derivative of this function is going to be 1 over 1 plus x, which is derivative of ln 1 plus x, minus the derivative of 2x over 2 plus x is known by quotient rule. So it is going to be 2 plus x multiplied with derivative of numerator 2 minus 2x times derivative of denominator, which is 1, over the square of denominator. It can be simplified further as 4 plus 2x minus 2x divided by square of 2 plus x. which is equivalent to 1 upon 1 plus x minus 4 over 2 plus x whole square. Now combine it algebraically. The LCM of these two functions is 1 upon 1 plus x times 2 plus x whole square. So the fractions has this LCM now. The numerator is going to be 2 plus x square minus 4 times 1 plus x. Let's expand the brackets in the numerator. So it is going to give me 4 plus 4x plus x square minus 4 minus 4x over 1 plus x times 2 plus x square. The numerator becomes x square over 1 plus x over 2 plus x square. It can be rewritten as 1 over 1 plus x times x over 2 plus x whole square. It is obvious that the function is not defined at x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 2. F dash x is discontinuous. So the interval should exclude these two points. Now the behavior has to be tested on the left of negative 1, on the right of negative 1, so is at the left of negative 2 and right of negative 2. Because x over 2 plus x square is always greater than 0 for all, it may be equal to 0 as well for all values of x except minus 2. So the derivative is entirely dependent on 1 over 1 plus x, and 1 over 1 plus x is negative for all values of x less than minus 1, and it is positive for all values of x greater than minus 1. So clearly f dash x is negative less than 0 for all values of x less than minus 1 except x equals to minus 2 where it is not continuous, and the derivative is positive for all values of x greater than minus 1. So we can say that fx is increasing for the for all values of x greater than negative 1, or when x belongs to open interval minus 1 to plus infinity or just infinity, while fx is decreasing function when x belongs to negative infinity to minus 2 union negative 2 to negative 1, because minus 2 is a discontinuity, so the interval has to be represented this way. Let's take one more example. Suppose the function here is 2x cubed minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7. Its derivative is, it is 2x cubed, so the derivative is 6x square minus 6x minus 36. Taking 6 common throughout makes it 6 times x square minus x minus 6. X square minus x minus 6 can be factorized, and we will get x minus 3 times x plus 2. So there are two stationary points which will be known by equating the derivative equals to 0. It gives me two stationary points naming minus 2 and 3 where derivative is 0, so the function is constant. But on the left and right of these 2 points, the function may be increasing or decreasing. X less than minus 2 and x greater than minus 2 are represented by these arrows, and x less than 3 or x greater than 3. So in all we have 3 wider intervals: x less than minus 2, x more than 3, and one interval is that x lying between -2 and 3. So let's test its behavior when x is less than -2. We can test the derivative's behavior by the behavior of its factors. 6 times x minus 3 and x plus 2, which is the derivative of f, and according to that we may know the behavior of the function. When x is less than -2, x minus 3 is negative. Exactly, x minus 3 is negative for all values of x less than 3, so it is negative here. X plus 2 is also negative for all any value less than -2, and product of two negative numbers is positive. Because the derivative is positive, so the function is increasing in this interval. Now for the values of x lying between -2 and 3, for any value of x between -2 and 3, x minus 3 is going to be negative. It is negative for all values less than 3, but x plus 2 is going to be positive. You can take any arbitrary value between this interval and test it as well. The product of a negative and a positive value is negative. Because the derivative is negative, so the function is decreasing function in this interval. For x greater than 3, x minus 3 is positive, x plus 2 is also positive. The product of two positive values is positive. It makes the derivative positive, so the function is increasing function in this interval. Now, we can say that fx is decreasing in the interval -2 to 3, or when x belongs to open interval -2 to 3. Fx is increasing in the rest of the real interval, that is when x less than -2 and x greater than 3. This interval can also be represented as x belonging to -infinity to -2 union with 3 to infinity, all in open bracket.